Fat to Fit. So 2 weeks ago, took part in a doubles CrossFit competition. Went okay, I guess. We came 10th. We qualified in 7th, came 10th. One of the rounds, we won our heat. However, I was completely unprepared. The first event went okay. I got where I expected to on a clean ladder. Hit an 80 kilo clean. Went for the 90 kilos. As you can see, I failed the lift, which kind of puts into the middle of the pack. And kind of from then on, it was it was pretty horrific. By the sort of first couple of minutes of the third WOD, I was done. My partner Robin kept on going, managed to pull us through to the end, but it kind of made me realise that I need to pull my finger out, basically. The kind of the story so far, so 19, 20 years of age, around that. I was extremely lean. I was probably in the region of 12, 13 stone. I had a 28-inch waist. I was climbing a lot. I was climbing 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week. I kind of wanted to pursue that, and from there I ended up in an office job, which was kind of the end of me being that way, the end of my kind of me being that shape, me being that size. I quickly put weight on, where I was eating at the same rate, but my exercise dropped from, almost every day to once a week, if not none at all. Then I was plagued with a few injuries. So 2012, rolled my ankle climbing, so started climbing again, sort of started getting back into things, started getting moving, rolled my ankle. It kind of put me back 6 months. Then just before the beginning of December 2013, I broke both bones of my leg, dislocated my ankle on a diving board of all things. It was pretty horrific. The problems that caused weren't just the injury. I spent the best part of about 12 to 14 months with quite a bad pain med problem. I ended up on Oromorph that the doctor prescribed me, gave me a repeat prescription, and it was pretty much no questions asked. I was on 3-4 times what I should have been a day, and that went on for quite a while. I don't, that time in my life is very hazy. I ended up losing a relationship over it. That was kind of that caused that to come to an end. I kind of lost a lot of sort of passion for things that I was doing. I just kind of became a zombie, really. Just sort of going through the motions of life, pretty much on autopilot. Kind of flitted around doing different jobs, not really sort of getting settled. Two or so years later, met my wife, and that's kind of what started me really on the journey of trying to sort myself out, trying to sort my fitness out. I I ended up being taken back into hospital and having another operation on the leg to have the metalwork removed. They were looking at sort of previous x-rays and scans and things, and the metalwork that was fitted was causing some issues, so that was all pulled out. That was another sort of 2 or 3 months off my feet. At that point I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was just shy of 16 stone. The clothes that I was wearing was sort of extra large t-shirts, was 36 at the least trousers. The chin game was extremely strong at that point. It's not a massive amount better, but it is better now. And then we got engaged, and that really kind of made me think that I don't want to be looking back at my wedding photos and not liking them because of the way that I looked. So I started CrossFit. I'd always wanted to. I'd watched the games many times, and I'd never really just kind of had that drive to try it. I went to my local box. The guys that own the box are brilliant coaches. The kind of the atmosphere and the sort of family environment that there is amazing. I met some amazing people. Everyone helps everyone. I think that's really seems to be quite a standard theme across CrossFit boxes. I was going very regularly. I was sort of 3-4 times a week. I didn't lose a massive amount of weight, but I noticed the change in shape. As you can see, sort of the difference between sort of post engagement and actually on the day itself. On the actual morning of the wedding, 3 of us had to swap trousers due to all of us changing shape, and still there was a lot of tight fitting suits that day. After that, I kind of fell off the bandwagon, changing jobs again, being unsettled, various other things caused me to sort of put the training on a back burner. I wish I hadn't. I was really enjoying it. I was seeing a lot of progress, and I kind of missed that. And we went away on a holiday. I came back from that holiday earlier on this year, sort of April, May time, and I was again back up to the heaviest I'd ever been. I actually hit 16 stone, which was just soul destroying. I know it's not what people would class as as massive. You put it on a BMI scale, I know it's probably the least accurate way of measuring that sort of thing, but it puts me in the obese category, and actually seeing those numbers was a bit of a killer. So I started looking into nutrition, things like that. That was an eye-opener. I realised that a lot of things I was eating that I thought was good for me weren't. I've all but pretty much cut wheat out of my diet. I think there's some sort of underlying gut issues there somewhere, so that's been cut. I went onto a course with Ben Coomer, listened to a lot of his podcasts, which are brilliant. So much just free information. I did Fat Loss for Life. Again, sort of fell on and off that bandwagon, but some of it did stick. I weighed myself this morning, actually, and I was 14.11, so I finally sort of dropped under the 15 stone mark, which is great. I'm quite happy with that. What I'm now looking to do is this, the vlogs. Hopefully it will kind of keep me focused. It will keep me you know, sort of sharing my experience. The whole Fat to Fit thing should be quite interesting. Me and Gemma go on quite a few holidays. We visit some interesting places. So I'll throw a little bit of that in there as well. I kind of want to progress. I know the competition that I entered last or 2 weeks ago will be most likely running again next year, which means I've got the chance to work towards something. I enjoy being competitive. I was competitive when I was younger, and I think that's been missed a little bit. I apologise in advance for the first few vlogs. They're probably going to be pretty gash. I hate the sound of my own voice, so editing is gonna kill me on the inside a little bit. But hopefully once I get used to this, start doing a little bit more. Yeah. So yeah, Fat to Fit. Let's see